Welcome back, everyone, to another Friday live stream in American Truck Simulator. As you can probably tell by the title of this live stream, today we're going to take a load from Chicago, and we're going to follow the old Route 66 all the way to Santa Monica Pier, or somewhere in that vicinity anyway. So, a couple people were talking about following Route 66, and I realized, well, I have done bits and pieces of it over the last couple of months, but I haven't done the whole thing. And actually, I thought we ought to do a convoy in the Discord of the whole thing, but we just hadn't got to it yet. So, anyway, we're going to do it today in just a few minutes. But first, let's see who's here early and on time. We got Ken Beard, Wheelchair Gamer, and Wheelchair Gamer is one of the folks that we're asking about the Route 66 stuff. Tube Music NL, welcome to the stream. And I see in your other comments here, I don't know if you know me anymore. I don't remember your name, so I'm guessing maybe you changed it or something. But even the Crash 1950 or 195 over, yeah, that didn't ring a bell either. So remind me, did you have a different, or did you go by a different name in Discord or Steam? Because you would have had to have been in Discord for us to run together in ATS. Let's see. But anyway, welcome back. One second there. And the answer to your question, do you still travel with your kitty? I do virtually, although not today because the mod that I use to have my kitty in the truck doesn't work with this truck. No, Trucker Kitty passed away a few years ago, and I retired from truck driving in real life. So, no. Tasmified online. What's that? Oh, there he is. Tasmified. Wrong channel. Wrong account. Postech TV is here. Lowrider is here. Phantom 6767 is here. Vigner is here. Vigner was also talking about Route 66. Trucker John is here. Lobo 1G is here. Cool Otters Gaming is here. Welcome, guys. Let's see. Banff and Jaffo are here. Cool Otters Gaming, are you taking? Yes, that's the whole point of this stream is to take Route 66. Dirk is here. Nightbot is here, so watch your P's and Q's. Turn off that caps lock key, and don't spit out too many emojis, or Nightbot will get you. I see Rick Rashid's not here, bombing the live chat with emojis before the stream starts. He must still be watching World Cup stuff. JJ Man is here. Matthew Walter is here. Adam Buser is here. Let's see. Thor is here. Charles Payne is here. Okay. 66 is historical highway that leads to Chicago to Los Angeles. Yes, it was the original Mother Road from Chicago to LA. And it has been replaced by several different interstates along the way. We'll talk about that shortly. Okay, I'm going to do some shout outs here, starting, well, first I'll just do the flatbedders. Stobbs is here. Isabella Hagloff, Bedrock, Bill Welburn. I don't know what's up with my voice today. Rob Strecker, or AKA Lurch. Nicholas, Triple XN. Susan Arthur. Hope Susan shows up. Captain Minnesota. I know she was, I don't know if it was late for her last night. Anyway, whatever. Omega Trucking, Trucker Kitty, Norwegian Trucker Nicholas, Big Al 2424, Tasmified, Lobo 1G, Phantom 6767, Wim 55, and Tube Music NL, subscribed. Scared the bejesus out of me. Welcome to the adventure. Matt Van S. JJ says computer crashed 3 or 4 times while playing ATS. Just restart. I think I figured out the issue. I hope. Could be a mod. Since we set an update, mods is the usual suspect. Trucker King, Carlin, David Long, aka Shorty, Wiz Nation, Wolf Tank 71. Okay, we'll get to some more later. We'll hit them on the traffic lights when we can. All right, so let me hop into the game. Let's start with the map. As you know, we are in Chicago, and we're at the big quarry. Now, the actual official start of Route 66 in Chicago is up here on this hidden road. And for the thumbnail for this live stream, I actually went there and took a photo. Took my truck there, took a photo of that sign showing the that's the official start of Route 66. And if I were to remove the pin that I dropped down here by St. Louis, the GPS wants to take us along Interstate 80 to Interstate 76, and then Interstate 70, Interstate 15, and then 15 all the way down here to Interstate 10, and then across to Los Angeles. However, because we want to take the Route 66, historic Route 66 route, we're going to go this way. Actually, need to drop another pin, I just realized, because Interstate 55 is part of the historic Route 66. So again, it starts way up here by this viewpoint right there, and it works its way out here somewhere. I don't know how exactly. Maybe it's right here. I don't know. But it follows what is now Interstate 55 all the way down to St. Louis, and then crosses over and becomes Interstate 44. Interstate 55 continues south all the way to New Orleans. Doesn't seem to show that here. Oh, because it crosses over into Memphis and then down into Mississippi, and then somewhere over here, I don't remember off the top of my head, but anyway, it goes to New Orleans area. But following Interstate 44 across Missouri and Oklahoma until you pick up Interstate 40, and then it's Interstate 40 all the way until you connect with Interstate 15 at Barstow, and then you take that down the hill to the big valley there. Not the big valley, it's Inland Empire. And we're going to deliver here at this Lennar, which is right around the corner from Santa Monica Pier, which is where this viewpoint is. So there are some different routes that we're going to take. There is somewhere, I do not remember where, there is a hidden road right along between Albuquerque and Gallup. I'm going to try and find that. And then there's another one right here. So I'll drop a pin right there, and we'll take this cutoff, which is part of the historic Route 66. And that's what we're going to do. Let's see. We got Thor's talking about how hot it is there. 90 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty hot, especially for you guys. Matthew Roth, Wiz is here. I didn't hear my name. I didn't hear you, Wiz. Or I didn't see you before now. And I haven't got to your shout out. Wait. Yeah, I did. I did your shout out. AJ Man says, I do not think it was a mod. I believe it was a virtualization software I downloaded to run Android apps on my PC, or it was a corrupted Windows update file, or a combo of both. Yeah. Too many moving parts. Let's see if the hidden roads have road blocker. Where's over here? Netherlands? Yes. Presumably. Thumper and Bo is here. I see you got a new video out, Sean. I haven't watched it yet. Looks like it's a parade. On second here, I got to get my back scratcher. Ooh, felt good. Okay, so let's get started. We got a long way to go. And Truckee says it's going to take us almost 2 hours to do it. And so we need to get going. Just a quick look. We are here at the quarry. This is actually where I did pick up this load. See in the windshield there, on the left side of the windshield, I got a new GPS. That's a mod that I'm testing. I don't really need it for this truck, but for something else. It's got information on here. I don't know that it's too accurate yet. It's got, in the lower right corner, it shows how much time before I have to take my required rest. At the top, it shows driving ETA. Estimated driving time is what that is. Hometown parade, huh? Nice. So were you in it, or were you just watching it with the kids? We're not doing a challenge right now, Thor. The All States Challenge has been done for over 2 weeks now. I don't want to go that way. I want to keep going this way. Oh, I shouldn't have slowed down or stopped even. Now I'm having trouble getting up momentum. Ooh. Okay, that's a little bit of damage. Oh, I could have gone around this. Ah, I forgot. Oh, I did not see that at the last second. Susan! Now, I didn't hear that, so I don't know what's up with that. Thank you for the coffee, Susan. I just happened to catch it out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, Tess. Not a good sign. Almost did it again. You didn't hear the coffee either? And there's a coffee from John. Huh. Isabella Hagloff is here. Glad you tuned in. Let me take a look at that in just a moment. Oops. Okay. All right. Wow. Crazy. Thanks for catching that, Taz. Uh, Tube Music says I was genuinely disappointed last night when I picked the Chicago to LA delivery and I took the shortest route through I-80 and I-15. Well, you can drop pins. You get to choose your own route. Your GPS is not the boss of you. As long as you deliver on time, which reminds me, how much time do we have for this? 87 and a half hours with, what did I say earlier? 30, an estimated 36 and a half hours of driving plus breaks. It's about a 3.5 day trip. All right, I gotta take a look at the coffee thing here. I don't know what's up with that. Let's see. Yeah, should be working. Everything is set properly for it. So I don't know what's up. So we'll just live with it for now. We get back to driving. We got places to get to, deliveries to make. Got us a JCB telehandler from the JCB DLC cargo pack. Sounds like we just made it in time to miss a train back there. Well, Daz, do you have the ability to actually block that person? Or anything other than just timing them out? I don't know how the moderation thing works. Let's see. Green light. Hey, I'm driving here. You can follow signs if you plan out your route. As a matter of fact, in the new series that I'm going to be starting hopefully soon, we'll do just that. I plan to have only the GPS in the window. That's why I'm testing this one. It actually is fairly similar to my real life GPS back in the day. Yep, that's what I was looking for. Wow. Yeah, there's an onslaught of idiots today. Now, I haven't seen Drive in the audience yet. He might be here and I just missed it. Ooh, gotta get over it. If you want to get a neat coffee mug like this, like Carlin just did, you can find them in the merch store. Links in the description below, and sometimes Nightbot will throw up a link. Oh, this is where we're going. Well, I can see there's another term I need to block in the moderation thing. Could be, Taz. And there's Rick Rashid. This is Interstate 55. And this is part of the historic Route 66. And I'm having a tough time staying in my lane today. Well, since this is not a World of Trucks load, I can drive a little bit faster. I think I'll keep it to 68 though on the cruise control. Aha, I figured that's what you were doing, Rick. Yeah, those ads are pretty annoying. I get them on my tablet here too. But at least the way it's supposed to work, now on my tablet, the ads pop up and cover the chat, which is annoying for me personally because that's what I'm focused on the tablet. But I can still see the stream. On my regular browsers, I get a side-by-side where with the stream on one side of the screen and the ad on the other side of the screen, so at least you can keep watching. So I'd be curious to know how are you seeing the ads? Do they take over the stream or are they side-by-side or something else? And there's another 3 coffees from Banff. Thank you, Banff. God, I love my coffees. Sure did need them today, too. Oh, my. By the way, I didn't even see... I saw a coffee from Susan, but I didn't see her in the chat. Probably just completely missed her. Pilot says they take over the stream. Well, that sucks. You gotta wait several seconds before you can skip past them. Unless they're not skippable. Yeah, I don't know why, but there's no sound on the coffees. It's like sometimes the coffees will work, but then the stream element stuff doesn't. Or vice versa, or they both don't work, and I have no idea why. I've tested it. The coffee thing works. I think I was testing it the other night when I was working with Susan, helping her with her OBS setup. And it worked. I don't know what's going on. As far as I can tell, I have everything set correctly in OBS. Did he send 2 of them? Because I thought I got one from Susan. Oh, you're right. Susan and Banff. I mean, Sean and Banff, sorry. Yeah, it is a little early for Susan. She was up last night doing a live stream. I don't know what time it was for her. Dirk, I guess the 1.60 is okay. You know, the 1.60 version. There are some improvements, I guess. I could have waited another month or 2 before we got all that. Because every time there's an update, it breaks mods. Some mods, like map mods. And some of the map mods that I need to use for my new series are broke already. Some of them have been updated, but like this morning, I think it was, we got an update for Coast to Coast. Wolf Tank is here. Welcome to the stream. You know what I didn't do is I didn't plan out a rest stop. I was so busy dropping pins to make sure we took the right route. I didn't plan a rest stop. Silly me. But let's do that now. We got 8 hours on the clock. What do we got for real? We got 8 hours and 10 minutes on the clock. Let's take about 6 hours out. Where's our... we're about to pass this one. I didn't delete the one I wanted to. Oops, wrong. I guess we're going to get a little further than I thought. 6 hours. 6 hours. There we go. Got a travel plaza right here. We'll go in there. That'll be where we stop for the first break. We are almost to East St. Louis, and then we'll be crossing over there. Yeah, that's what I thought, Wolf Tank. It was I didn't know when, but I know that this stream starts at 5 a.m. in the Melbourne area. Let's see. Yeah, Vigner, they updated More American Cities like right away. So I've got that. And the Coast to Coast. Actually, Coast to Coast wasn't broken. I mean, it didn't break, but he had to fix something. So he did an update to fix something. Mississippi River. This is a bit of a tight curve here, just like it is in real life. So here we are departing from Interstate 55 and starting on Interstate 44. Well, you're right, Vigner. I should actually do that. That's going to mess up our routing a little bit, but that is kind of a key part. So let's see. Springfield, Joplin. Yeah. Yeah. Well, not sure if we can still make it to there before we run out of time, but maybe we'll have to stop sooner. We'll see. In fact, let's just plan a stop right here. Or here. And then we'll go there. A little bit convoluted. Pilot, if you're still here, this GPS, modded GPS thing, noticing that the cruise control indicator is not accurate. Like, I've got my cruise control. Earlier I had cruise, didn't have it set, and it was showing 55 up there. Now I've got it set at 55 and it's showing 50. So that's interesting. And now I've dialed it up to 60 and there's no change. So maybe it was 50 before. And maybe it's just a static graphic, but even when it's turned off, it's lit up green. Yes, that is TJ's GPS. It's in the description below. And Route 66 does not go over Hoover Dam. That is actually out of route. Got a bypass. Always nice. Well, as for showing or saying how far to the next turn, that is something that my GPS did have on it. It didn't, I don't think it ever read it. Of course, I always had the voice turned off on my GPS anyway. I didn't want a backseat driver. But my GPS would say how far to the next turn, which was pretty awesome when I would get, I'd be, taking a northerly route or even Interstate 10 across Texas. And I wouldn't have to turn for like 800 miles and it would show it on the GPS. Yeah, next turn, 804 miles. Better get ready. John is here. John 67. Yes, there is a VTC, and I don't know if Nightbot promotes it or not, but there is a link in the description below to our community website and the VTC page on our community website, so you can go check it out. I can set those up, Pilot. We can get together maybe later and you can let me know what you're looking for. Okay, that. But there is, like as I said, there's a link in the description for this stream to our community website. Oh, speed limit's back up to 70. I'll lock it in at 65. We got plenty of time, I'm sure, to get to that truck stop. Whoa. And the speed limit dropped back down to 60 again. Alvin James is here. Welcome to the stream, Alvin. Hot Rams, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm streaming in 1440 now. Higher bit rates and everything. Decided to up my game. My internet seems to be handling it well. Same with my computer. All right, we are coming up on our rest break here. Now I can tell you that in real life, there is a Love's travel stop on the right side here. In addition to the Petro across the road where we're going. In fact, I thought that used to be a truck stop in the game. Back behind us. Oh well. As we'll get fuel while we're here. Ooh, let's see here. John, we are in Joplin, Missouri. Which is the southwest corner of Missouri. So this is Missouri, and this is the southwest corner. We're going to be crossing over into Oklahoma shortly. Yeah. We're going to take a little detour up here. The historic Route 66 runs through downtown Joplin. And we're going to check that out. Let's see. Clanahan's Easy 66 Guide for Travelers. Book without GPS, real immersive, I must say. Okay. Dirk is asking when will South Dakota come? Well, in a few months. Sometime later this year. I spy a shop over here, and I want to get that trailer damage repaired. Hear them crickets? Really? I don't need any repairs, even though I damaged the trailer back in where I picked up the load. Okay. Yeah, this is the other Iowa 80 truck stop. It's not quite as big as the original one, but it's pretty big. Well, this is not a very good parking job. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know when Road Trip's going to be here. We'll get to the sleep here in just a minute. What time is it? Almost 8 p.m. Tube is asking, did SCS remove a truck stop nearby? I can't remember. That's what I'm thinking. Across the freeway, in real life, there was another truck stop. Right here. And I seem to remember there being one in the game at some point. So, because I think a lot of us stopped there at one point during a convoy that we did. Don't remember. Anyway, it is definitely not the first time that they would have removed something for no apparent reason. Like over here in Arizona, across the river from Blythe, there was some depots here. Ehrenberg. So Ehrenberg is a small town right here by this truck stop across the freeway from it. And it used to have at least one depot there. Now it's gone. It's been gone for a while. So, hate that. All right, I want to do some shout outs here. Trucking Through Video, Nick, David H74, RD04 Dave, Douglas Williams, JC Drives, Matthew Roth, Pancake Man, Ken Beard. I need some more coffee. Don't forget you can get one of these things in the merch store as well. And they are really handy for keeping your beverages hot or cold. Tazzy 291, Grumpy Gruntpaw Gaming, Road Trip Nerd, Bogdan BD, Ken Maselman, Hunter Toller. We'll get to some more in a little bit. It might come back when they rework the rest of Arizona in the future. That would be nice. I mean, there wasn't much there. And the most important thing is the truck stop, which is still there. Yeah, that's hot. All right, let's take a look at this sleep thing. So right now it's just after 8 p.m. And so we can just do the obligatory 10 hours and then start driving at 6 a.m., which is not a bad idea. Or I can extend it. If I want to go longer. Like, if I'd have stopped here at like 5 or 6 p.m., but I wanted to run the clock until 6 a.m., well, you can do that now. Before I would have had to use the dev mode to change the time ahead forward to like 9 or 10 p.m. and then sleep for 10 hours. Now you can adjust it with this. If I go less than 10, I'm not going to get my time back. I can go more than 10 or 10 or more, and I'll get all my time back. It's nice that it reminds you what your delivery status is. Well, in this case, it's still 39 and a half hours of driving time. Actually, it doesn't tell you what's on the current. It's remaining. 49, 39. We have 66 and a half hours to make this delivery on time. I can tell you in real life, there's actually another row of parking here where I'm passing through, which made it a little bit tight back there. Across the way, now there's a truck stop over there, but that's not where it was. But there's a chrome shop over here. Hey! There's a famous chrome shop either over there or back there. I can't think of the name, but it was kind of famous. Or is. I think they were famous on YouTube also. Red light. John Whitesall, also Trucker John, also known as AKA Alexis Thompson, Muhammad Helmi, Jaffo 729, Megatron Decepticon, Banff 2020, Samar Colio, Jack Fox Gaming, Check your mods, Adam. Make sure none of them are broken. Every time we have an update, the first thing I do is go to Mod Manager and look for big red dots in my active mods list. Let's see. And they looks like you go to Arizona. Yeah, Taz, you may be right about that torque thing. I'm going to have to get back to doing manual shifting. Still haven't opened the bottom on my shifter. I've been too busy. Yeah, I might need to go with a different engine. I mean, this load is not that heavy. 26,000 pounds. Oops, not here. Didn't realize there's a bunch of graffiti on the buildings here. So, oh, we got a hidden road up ahead. I didn't realize. Oh, that goes into where does it go? Viewpoint. Well, we're actually about to cross 66. It's Missouri Highway 66, but it used to be historic Route 66. Welcome to Joplin, Missouri. You're on historic Route 66. Let's see. No, John, I haven't. I mean, it's sitting right here. I just haven't had time. Or, you know, I've been working. Yeah, I'm not a fan of automatic. I mean, I deal with it okay over on Euro Truck. I might just select a different transmission. Get out of the +2. Well, that's neat. I forgot about this viewpoint. So Missouri has designated this from U.S. Highway 66 to Missouri Highway 66. Arizona has done the same for parts of old Route 66. So we are back on 66. And this is how the old U.S. highways, well, they still are in a lot of places. They go through town and you got to deal with lights and stuff. Rob Olay. You know, I went with this transmission so that I would have a better shot, I felt, when I was hauling heavy loads with this mid-range engine. Like, it's 450 or 456 horsepower. Okay, we're coming up on our 10. And I dropped it there because I'm going to turn right onto this hidden road. So now we are on historic Route 66 in Missouri. Historic byway, it says. Now I think I want to get up on the roof. Because we are coming up on a road marking up here. This is where we cross over from Missouri into Kansas. I was going to say Oklahoma, but yeah, it's Kansas. I believe it's been almost 100 years since Route 66 got built. I think it was in the 1930s. Still Kansas, or are we moving into Oklahoma yet? Nope, still Kansas. Looks like Kansas did the same thing. They rebranded it Kansas Highway 66. Thought you were her earlier. Oh yeah, that's right. It is the 100-year birthday of Route 66. Here we are in Oklahoma. I think this is Miami, Oklahoma here. Yep. Miami, Oklahoma. I'm not sure, Banff. Seems to me like it is somewhere. But I don't know if it was here. In Missouri, I mean. John, I have about 450 horsepower motor in this truck. Trying to keep it real. Yeah, I was thinking it was in New Mexico. But I honestly wasn't sure. I gotta look at the map. I'm not sure we're going the right way. Oh, because we're not going there anymore. So yeah, we're going a different way, slightly. Yep, no worries. We're just gonna follow 69 down to 412, and then we'll get back on to 44 there. So let me catch up on the chat while I'm in the map. There is one in Missouri. Springfield's Musical Road is located on East St. Louis Street, near the intersection North Waverly Avenue and the Queens Gate. Then I would say no, Bam, because I don't think there's anything that goes. That would have to be like a city street or something. Could be mistaken, but unless it's this road. But I don't know where that road is. I watched a woman on a video recently drive on it, and it plays America the Beautiful. Well, that's awesome. I would imagine you'd have to be going just the right speed for that to sound correct. You know what? I didn't drop a pin for my next break again. Huh. Yeah, Star Spangled Banner is an older piece of music or an older song than America the Beautiful, I believe. Star Spangled Banner goes back to the War of 1812. And America the Beautiful, I believe, was written by Irving Berlin in the 1930s. I think. Ooh. DOL Chair Gamer, thanks for dropping in. And thanks for the suggestion. Hey, Susan Salter is here. And back trucking on a new PC. Nice. Well, Susan, aren't you in the Discord? You should post a help thing. Help ticket or help request in the Discord. Yeah, Vigner, I think it ought to be by now. Well, Taz, is that about the War of 1812, or is that from the Napoleonic Wars? I don't remember. Ugh. All right, I need to plan a stop. Now we've got over 7 hours remaining. Let's see what we actually have. Yeah, it's close enough, 7. So let's look for something about 5 hours out. That's 3.5. This is Amarillo. You know what's the perfect place? Right here. 5.5 hours. We can stop there, and then we can take this historic Route 66 route. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Uh-oh. Yes, no, this is fine. Lost track of where we were going. We could have gone the other way to get right on the 40 now, but instead we'll keep on this and we'll get onto Interstate 40 on the other side of Tulsa, or Oklahoma City, rather. Yep, that's what I thought. I love that piece of music. The long version. I don't know if there's a short version or not, but I like the long version. Seems to me it's quite lengthy. Oklahoma City. Seems to me, I don't know if it's at this exit or another one, but there's a group of like 2 truck stops on the right side and 1 on the left. You know, I was just thinking, because I'm not running a wide load at the moment, it would be neat if there was an option that would allow you to remove all of the wide load, the banner and the flags, without having to go to the shop to do it. You know, just like you can hit F7 for some trailers and extend or contract them. If I were to hit the F7 right now, yeah, adjust trailer. So if I had the ability to click here and then go in and tell it to remove the configuration for oversized load. And that would ideally then remove the flags and the banners from both the truck and the trailer. I am Morpheus. Welcome to the stream. Watching since you first started years ago. I'm actually playing ATS at the moment too. Have a good ride and keep the rubber on the road. Yes, well, welcome. That would be an awesome option to have, and or be able to fold up the triple lowboy for shorter loads. Yeah. Big Toe Magoo, welcome to the stream. Haven't seen you in a minute. Even better if you could walk around the trailer and do it. Yeah. Since we were speaking about the songs, God Bless the USA by Lee Greenwood is also amazing. Yes, it is. We have 182 miles to our rest stop. And that was still in Texas, but just before Oklahoma or New Mexico. Set a new career alongside my current one. It works for now. Okay. Whoops. Hello. We're not even in Texas yet. Are we? Oh, we must be. Because that's exit 163, and we have 140 miles to go to get to our stop. So this is Texas. I must have missed the sign. $101. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, what Taz said. North America is an absolutely beautiful continent. There's so much scenery to see. And I've been over a lot of it, and I'm always amazed when I see the scenery in real life, and it's impressive in the game too. But I would love to go to New Zealand and see that scenery that you see where they filmed Lord of the Rings. That was cool. Don da da. That looks like treasure. You know, I haven't had any trouble in Euro truck. I haven't tried changing trucks or trailers. I've only done one job in Euro truck and I didn't even use my own trailer, so I don't know. Ooh. You weren't even able to access the trailer manager or truck manager? I'll have to look at that. Yeah, I gotta test that then. It crashed. Did you have any truck or trailer mods active? Like the res build or something else? I don't even know if that's even working anymore. Uh, 101, I use Track IR. So I got these things on my hat. Oh, we were just gonna barely make it here. Well, not barely. We got over 2 hours. And we don't need fuel. We just need to park. Here we go. Okay, let me catch up on the chat. So it wasn't a mod issue then, apparently. Sometimes make your head hot while driving in room because you always need to put on that cap. Well, it would if I didn't have a big fan blowing on me over here. But you can't hear because of my audio settings. Down Fixes is here. Welcome. I'm gonna do some shout outs quick while we before I do this sleep thing. Suhas Corinth, Zachary Contrabasso, Dan Lynn, David's DC10, Quid Pro Quo, Promi, King Plum Tree, and M Kennedy 1128. That is the shout outs. Okay, let's do the sleep thing, except I'm gonna continue it like 12 hours. Yeah, that'll put us at 6:17 a.m. Tom Fixes, you've been a busy bee. 6:18 a.m. The sun is coming up over yonder. Ooh, that light just came on. I guess I just opened. So let's find us a stopping point. We have over 18 hours of driving ahead of us and 42 hours to get it there. If we back out a 10-hour break, that'll leave us with 32. We're looking good. Okay, let's take a look at something 11 hours out. Not far enough. Not far enough. This is getting there. And by the way, this is old Route 66, so we should go ahead and go that way. But we'll pop into this. Should be a truck stop, or at least a gas station, fancy one. Yeah, that's the ticket. Okay, we're looking good here. But we're going to take a hidden road first. Well, Dirk, we're in just west of Amarillo, between Amarillo and Tucumcari. But we're going to cross over into New Mexico shortly. So this is a hidden road that is actually part of the historic Route 66, as I understand it. We'll keep an eye out for signs. Entering Central Time Zone. So we are crossing over into, should be, New Mexico. And I think we've got a dirt road up here. That's a good point, Vigner. It does go through Winslow. Now I have a concern that we might not have enough time to do all these and deliver on time. I like this bridge. There's a link to the merch store for anybody who wants to get a mug or something, or a hat. Yeah, JJ, I do too. Well, 101, I don't know if there's that much to listen to, but okay. I'm happy to get the streaming time. Thanks, buddy. Oh, no, I just did the same thing to that guy. Ooh. I think you had that backwards, Vigner. Interstates don't go through downtown areas. Morpheus, all of my equipment is listed in the description below. I use the G923. Santa Rosa. Got some sharp curves up ahead. I gotta slow down for that. Whoa! Come on, buddy. Whoa! Jeez. Yeah, but having all that stuff, the steering wheel, pedals, shifter, shift topper, head tracker, it really helps with the immersion. All right. Did we hit Tucumcari yet? I think we have. There is another hidden road, and I don't know or remember where it is. Might be coming up. I have to keep an eye out for it. Let me drop a pin right here. Could have been right here too. I don't know. We'll see. Um, Shift toppers add a lot of immersion and make manual shifting much easier. That's a fact. I do not wear hats. I guess I could if I needed to, but is there an alternative to your head tracker? Well, there's a if you get the suit the there's an option to get a thing that clips onto the side of your headset instead. But it's wired, so you got to be wired to your desk. But that it's got the IR emitters mounted on, and you clip it onto your headset. You don't have to wear a hat. Let's see. Are you drive a 16 speed or 18 speed? 18 or 13, I think, or maybe 12. And I don't remember. That guy that slowed down was rubbernecking the pulled over car. It's exactly what I was thinking when I had it. I was able to recover from brake check hit, or not hitting him. Let me have a look at the my options. I don't remember what transmission I have. Although I could look right here. I have 12 speed. I have 12 plus 2. I was going to look at, what was I going to look at? Something else. I don't remember now. It'll come back to me later. Jeez. Oh, yeah, the transmission. So it's pretty sure I'm running at 12 speed. Oh, I know what I was going to look at. How do I have it set in here? $18. So there's no 12 speed option, but I'm running real automatic, so yeah, I'm currently in 12th gear, so that's what I'm running as a 12 speed. I don't like 12 speed. All right, so does this have any blockers on it? No. New passage, map updated. So let's look at the map for where this is. So this is going to come out over here in Albuquerque. I think right here. I'm not sure though. We'll see. Yes, this is part of the historic Route 66. And this is where I would expect to find the music thing. Nope, it's not there. Oh, sure. Now I'm trying to hit the little things on the side of the road, and they're not there. Yeah, musical highway. That's what I'm trying to get. Maybe it's on the left side. $45 mile an hour? Well, I'm not hitting anything. You sure it's not on the main freeway? because we're rolling into Albuquerque now. I think this is the way we want to go. Yep. Although we could go straight. That doesn't work. Well, it may be on the freeway, Vigner, and not on this side road. I don't know. Or it could be that. Dangerous Dave is here. Welcome to the stream. I didn't know that, Taz. I thought you had to change it for 13 because, yeah, I know the splitter is different. But I thought if you had it in 18 but with a 13-speed transmission, it would mess something up. Although, to be fair, I've never tested that I recall. Okay, I need to check something else out. I think we are coming up on another hidden road that I don't have currently. So if it's not, and I don't think it is here, it might be here. I would think there'd be a sign. And it seems to me I've seen that sign in real life. Ah, I don't see any blockers. Hidden road. I had to go on this hidden road, not hidden, but this road. Real life once. Got routed off. I was westbound just like we are today. And there was some kind of a really bad accident on the freeway. And all the traffic, both directions, got routed off onto this road. And as I was driving along, and there was a lot of traffic, so I wasn't moving very fast. But right here on this curve, a truck going the opposite direction got his... He drifted off the side of the road and he got stuck. So he basically was blocking all of the eastbound traffic. Could have been up here a little bit further too. I don't remember. I do remember it was on a curve. It says 20 mile an hour curve, so could have been this one. I just remember thinking, well, that sucks for everybody going east, because the freeway was shut down, and then this road got shut down because of bonehead trucker. Captain Ray, welcome to the stream. Mexico State Highway 333. Not even familiar with that. Let's have a look at the map real quick. By the way, you can make a note of where's this hidden road at. It is just west of Albuquerque. That's this end. The other end, I don't recall. I mean, we'll get there shortly. New Mexico Highway 33. I do not know that, and I don't know where that town is. Our Newell exit off I-40 and head east onto New Mexico Highway, State Highway 333. Well, that's not in the game, as far as I can tell. Unless it's this, but I don't think that's it. I think that's State Route 66. Anyway, back to it. Grants? Is that what that said? Grants? Ooh, that continues on. Oops. Welcome to my all over the road trucking adventure. Virtual. Oh, I think I remember where this comes out at. Yeah, it's definitely going to impact my hardcore score. Cromwell, welcome to the stream. Well, the reason that it's blocked is because they can't do everything, so they do what they can. I didn't notice, Cool Otter. Looks like it's New Mexico 118. Well, we've covered a lot of hidden roads and off the beaten path routes today for Route 66. And it probably continues there on that side road back there. But cool out of there are several historic Route 66 signs, and we've passed several of them today. Jay Rickett, welcome to the stream. Long time no see is right. Ooh. Route 66. Yeah, it goes all the way to California. For instance, we can exit up here. I'm not going to because it just takes us to a rest area. So that is historic Route 66. It goes by that TP and the other touristy stuff. So that frontage road there is historic Route 66. So we're going to take other side roads yet in Arizona. See, we just crossed into Arizona. So, oh, finally got to go in. So we've got another route, 66, that we're going to take, another bit of it in Arizona, and then another bit in California. There's another bit in Arizona that's not modeled in the game, but I wouldn't want to take a truck that way anyway. I mean, it's not well maintained even for cars. Wow, they didn't even tell me that my truck was not in perfect condition. Which is an improvement because all I have is tire wear. So I'm just going to address an issue here. Technically, if we wanted to stay on Route 66, we would get off here and drive through Winslow. But we're running a little long on time here. And I'm looking at our next rest area coming up in 3 hours, 41 minutes, 3 hours, 40 minutes. And we have 4 hours and change before we run out of time for the day. I mean, you could argue that I could stop somewhere else, but I don't want to be late on the delivery either. Did you notice on the map that it showed this exit and then there's just a gray block? That's actually the entrance to Petrified National Forest in real life. And the Painted Desert. Vigner, are those in-game coordinates or real-world coordinates? Quintus Fobs, welcome to the stream. So, let's see. I think this is the exit we would take if we're going into Winslow. Yep. Oh! Well, that's some trailer damage. I didn't get a ticket, though. Sorry, dude. Captain Ray. So about cost of fuel. Cost of fuel is always an issue, but it's not an issue necessarily for the truckers. First of all, company drivers don't pay that. The company does. And the company back charges the shipper or the consignee. There's a thing called a fuel surcharge that gets adjusted every week. And that is an adjustment that is made for an extra charge to the consignee to cover the cost of fuel above a certain point. I don't remember what that point was. So, yeah, it kind of sucks, especially for the independent guys. But they still get that fuel surcharge. But it still sucks when you go to the fuel pumps and it's, you know, $5 a gallon or whatever it happens to be. I don't see any block. Oh, there's blockers. Okay. Well, Vigner, I'm not sure how to find that location in the game. Like, can you teleport there in dev mode? Welcome to Flagstaff. The really bad thing about the increased cost of fuel is to us, the end consumers, because that gets built into the cost of all the products that we buy, or added to the cost of all the things we buy. Okay, Vigner, that's helpful. At least we know that you have to go eastbound to find it. I know I've seen that signs for the musical highway. I just don't remember if I saw it in game or in real life. Yeah, Cromwell, that right there. Don't be sending me money back. Stop charging me up front. Hate that. In trucking, now, that's how it works in trucking too. Like when I was a owner-operator, I paid, except in Oregon, I paid the fuel taxes at the pump. And depending on how much I actually drove in that state, I might get a rebate the following month. But then in Oregon, if I did a lot of driving in Oregon and I don't pay the tax at the pump, then I have a huge tax bill the following month for whenever I drove in that state. I always made it a point to get fuel whenever possible when I was going through Oregon. You actually pay, truckers actually pay a mileage tax. And then it's adjusted based on how much fuel they got in that state. So in Oregon, for trucks, you don't pay at the pump, which means you get hit with a tax bill based on your mileage. In other states, you pay at the pump, but then you'll probably get a rebate or refund. And you always do your the International Fuel Taxing Authority, the clearinghouse. And now I had someone doing it for me, but you file an IFTA statement based on all of the miles you drove in every state. And that's all tracked on your electronic log device. And it's GPS based, so in the old days, you'd have to actually write down your mileage every day, how much you drove in a particular state. Pain in the neck that must have been. If you're running manual, if you don't have a electronic device that works off GPS, you got to write that stuff down every day. Now, for some days, it's easy because if you just drove through a state and you know how far that is, you just write down those miles and you have keep track of that. Okay, let's see. It's 6 p.m. We have 28 hours to get there. Still have over 18 hours. Holy crap, we're going to be late. I'm just going to go straight to break right now. Oh no, we have over 8 hours of driving. Okay, we're fine. We got a 10-hour buffer. But now we're in the dark. What time is it? 4 a.m. Oh, all right, it'll be light in a couple hours. Let's see. Let me catch up on chat. By the way, that IFTA thing, that also would work if I had been driving in Canada. So I would get fuel at a gas station in Canada, and then whatever fuel I bought there would get factored in, what taxes I paid would get factored into that IFTA statement, and however many miles I drove in that province, that would be factored on just as if I was in the U.S. Okay, so we're going to take this Arizona Route 66, which is old historic Route 66. And Arizona has just rebranded it to their own state, Route 66. And I'm going to drop a pin here because I want to take this part of Route 66 as well. I don't want to miss it. So in Kingman, it actually continues through town. I guess I could do that. The heck. All right. Oops, I was going to look at something else. Yeah, okay. Surprised we can't get fuel here. I mean, they've got truck fuel pumps right there. That's crazy. Another place you should be able to get fuel, I would think. I think this is going to take us through Seligman. Yep. Now, I've been through here in real life, but never in a truck. This is definitely part of historic Route 66. What is that? Does the sky look weird like that? Something to do with my window? Oh. It's a glitch in the matrix. Is that a hidden road? Peach Springs. Recreated in cars as radiator springs, I think. Because this is the area that was modeled in cars. Hey, Carlin, welcome to the stream. You don't have to use a mod to remove the blockers. You can just turn them off in the game options. And if you do that, you can drive on that piece of road, but you never know if you might go around a bend in a curve or a corner or whatever, and then you fall off the earth. Yes, Taz. Cozy Cone Motel. Not for me, Carlin. I don't even know when it is. Is that tomorrow or Sunday? Okay. So there used to be a delivery spot back up the road a bit at a construction spot. I've done that delivery a couple of times. It appears to be gone now, though. Kingman. I used to live in Kingman for a time, and my family was here, even though we're not originally from this area. My grandparents moved here from Washington. My mother followed later, along with my sisters. Well, two of them. My number two sister used to work there when that was a Kmart. I still have extended family that live here from my second marriage. Arlen, I'm glad you decided to join us. This was the normal Friday live stream that I do. Started at noon Pacific. I guess that'd be 2 p.m. Central, your time. Oh, no, over there. They got him. Hello. They got him a news crew. Didn't notice if we need to be. Oh, yeah, we could turn from either lane. That's right. Hey, Susan. Yeah, cool letter. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, Taz, they've really stepped up their game. And I'm sure that's, they're going to console so they can sell more copies and be able to afford to do more and even better stuff. Carlin, flatbedder for 26 months. My favorite group of virtual truckers. Nice. Mine too. Ooh. Well, this stream is taking a long time. We're actually supposed to be gearing up for farming right now, so that's going to get a late start. Unless the guys are already getting on the farm. Well, Dirk, I expect they will at some point. Oh, look, I don't have this lit up or colored up yet. So the original Route 66 actually turned off up here somewhere. Might be behind us now. Look at the map here real quick. Yeah, it turned off, and maybe it turns off here. I don't know, but it continued. It went west on a. It's not a very nice road now, but it goes through the mountains, over the mountains here to a little town called Oatman, which you can still go to. It's a great little tourist town. You can go there and you can feed the wild burros. Pretty cool. Anyway, it's got some history there. Some of the movie stars from back in the day went there. That was one of the places they went to. The other place was Gallup in New Mexico. It was, a getaway area for them to get away from the Hollywood scene for a weekend or a week. What's that? Thor's back? I didn't know he left. Had a little involuntary nap, but now I'm back. Oh, now we got to slow down to 55. Hate it. Involuntary nap. Yeah, it happens when you get older. Yes, Figner, I know what you mean. That's true in both ways, or in two ways. Got a lot of great fruit that grows here, and nuts. Needles, California. Used to date a gal that lived here when I lived up a little further north of here in Laughlin, Nevada. Whoops, there I am, speeding in California. They slowed it to 55 California because too many people were doing 88 and ending up in 1955. All right, here comes the next pin. So this is a hidden road here. I've already discovered it. But you can see it on the map as a dashed line. Now I didn't see a sign for historic Route 66. Yet. Oh. Thor, I don't really have much of in the way of an opinion. The biggest thing for me was the new sleep system. I guess I like it, at least in American truck. I haven't tried it in Euro truck. Drive posted something about it in the Discord. You know, he has some real world experience in Europe with the laws there, and so he was driving in Euro truck, and he said he was confused by it, but I haven't checked it yet. This is probably Amboy here. Yep. Route 66 Motel. That's a clue. Good thing there's no train coming, because I'm going a little bit fast to be stopping. Well, in American Truck Simulator, it makes perfect sense to me, but like I said, I haven't even tried it in Euro Truck yet. When I did fire up Euro Truck, and I did one run, but I did it on the server because I had to update the server. So I did one run, but it was on the server, so it operated normally. Just hit a parking spot or a sleep trigger and hit the button, and it's like getting a coffee. Oh, we got a train crossing. Guess I've been going a little bit long. My tablet just got a low battery warning. Good thing we're almost done. California, or well, San Bernardino County, Route 66. This is a county road. Ooh, another stop sign. I had this vision of these two cars having an accident, and I'd have to go around them. Yes, sleep anywhere safe. That's something we need in both games. Selector, welcome to the stream. Okay. All right, I want to check one more thing. So this other hidden road here, I don't know if that's actually part of Route 66 or not, but it's off the beaten path, so we're going to skip that because we're running really late today. I mean, we're already well over 3 hours. Yeah, virtual gamer, welcome to the stream. All of your answers are in the title and description of this stream. Well, the answer to the question you asked, anyway. But would that really be realistic? I mean, in reality, would you? You can't just pull over into any parking lot and sleep. Yes, you can. A lot of places do not allow truck parking. Well, that's true. But I've pulled off onto the side of the road, onto an off-ramp or an on-ramp, and slept there when I ran out of time or just couldn't stay awake any longer. I've literally pulled off onto a pullout on the highway many times. One place I went to in the Seattle-Tacoma area, it was actually closer to Renton. It was a big lot. I mean, there was truck parking there. You could see there was a lot of trucks there. I didn't see the sign that said how much the parking was. So right after I got situated and all cozy, somebody come a knocking on my door and asked for money. It was like $10 or something, but I mean, I was irritated. But there was, in hindsight, there was a sign posted on a telephone pole or something. How's the route so far? How accurate is it? Has never been anywhere near it. Well, I've only driven it on the freeway. I mean, I've been on Arizona Route 66, but not in a truck. But that drive is pretty accurate. But the whole route from Chicago to California on the freeways anyway is pretty accurate. I mean, this all looks familiar to me from driving it in real life. It's not 100% accurate, but it's pretty good. Chain up areas, yeah. I don't know that I've ever slept in a chain up area, but they looked inviting when I drove by. Had I needed to stop, I would have. Lots of room there. So this little downhill part is not too terribly accurate because you... Oh, wait. My bad. I was in the correct lane all along. When you come down from El Cajon Pass from Victorville, that's not all that accurate here in the game. But this interchange is fairly accurate. And this pair of truck stops coming up on the left, that's really there. The first one on the left is a Petro, just like the sign says. The second one is a Travel Centers of America, or TA, truck stop. Just like the sign says. Now that's real companies mod changing the names, but it's accurate. And the name of that street that you exit onto, that's accurate. Milliken. Yeah, the overall essence of it is it's pretty accurate. Yeah, that's a good point, Cromwell. The files would be just too massive. Easy to forget that. Yeah, I don't know how they're going to do Rhode Island. I mean, Connecticut's going to be tough. Delaware. Maryland, all these small places. I mean, you could pass through. You know, it's funny when you're taking Interstate 81. I think we can stay in this lane. Interstate 81 north from Virginia through Maryland and into Pennsylvania. I mean, it's only a few miles in real life. Very narrow strip of state. I gotta believe that in the game, you just think pass right through it in a second. Oh, we gotta get back over. Dang it. In fact, we gotta get over a couple of lanes. We are headed for Santa Monica. Yeah, even if they drop the scale in New England from like 1 to 20 down to like 1 to 10. Yeah, I don't know if that's enough. I hope we don't get the tough parking spot in this place. Well, we'll find out in a minute. Whoa! Holy cow! Those plastic reflective divider things must be made of steel. But we'll call that a Swifty. Holy moly. Did not see that coming. Oh, we do have the... Oh, no, this isn't the hard one. Oops. Sorry, wrong button. No, the really hard one was back in the corner there. Okay, let's see. What's the best way to approach this? I guess we'll just do a blind side back. That's weird. That thing is in the way to get that other spot. Oh well, I don't care. I'm not doing it. And I'm glad. I almost hit that, whatever that is there, that, oops. I love the dynamicism of what's going on in this construction site. The guys working, the crane operating, lifting stuff, moving stuff. Pretty cool. Wow, we made it. 2,257 miles. Let's see. There's actually not that much data in the SCS maps. They were smart about saving space by creating points where the assets spawn instead of a full map. Still got to take up, still takes up a lot of hard drive space, I would imagine. But there's a lot of, it's like the old Western movies. A lot of the scenery is just a facade and there's nothing behind it. Roads that go nowhere. Once it goes around a bend in the road, there's nothing there. All right, let's go down to the Santa Monica Pier. We'll hit that viewpoint. Ew. That's another one. That little divider things, they should have just bent over. Because I think they're hinged at the spring-loaded hinges at the bottom where they meet the road. Santa Monica. Yeah, Vigner, I probably should have. Thanks, Bam. .8 stars, I assume. Yeah, okay. 1,439 hardcore points and 3.8 stars. Yeah, those fines and damage things really hurt me. People on Santa Monica Beach are cardboard? Let's have a look at that. Well, these people are walking. They're not cardboard. Birds. Oh. 2D birds. Those are cardboard birds that move. Okay, this must be the cardboard people. Oh, yeah. They've got some animation going on, but they're, yeah, they're cardboard. Well, that's how they do it. Well, that's going to have to do it. I'm going to dismiss that trailer because it's just going to be in the way. There we go. Ooh, got a lot of stuff on it this go round. We had many of GTA gunfights on that beach, really. I've never played GTA ever. But now that I know you can do gunfights on the beach, maybe I will. I don't know. Anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks for riding along, everybody. Sorry for the Swifties. I've got to meet up with some farmers in a little bit, get some farming done. I'd rather take a nap. I'm pretty tired. This was a long run. 3 hours, 3+ hours. Yeah, 3.5 hours. Long time. Swifties are half the fun for you guys, maybe. Is California older part of ATS? Yes, it's the oldest. You use DevCam, you can teleport and drive on the water. Oh, really? Oh, but okay, that makes sense. Okay, well, that's going to do it, as I said. Thanks again for riding along on this long trip from Chicago to California, along most of the old historic Route 66. Thanks for the coffees, and don't forget to leave a like if you haven't already. We'll see you tomorrow.